How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here in another video. Of course, another week NFL football upon us. It's now time for the NFL Week 15 picks as we're here. The final 4 weeks of the season, the sprint to the finish. Everybody's had their bye week. So now it's a sprint to the finish to see who's in the playoffs and who will not be in the playoffs. So, of course, last week with my picks, I went 8-6 with my picks last week. So my record this year goes to 137, 69-1. And last week, we eliminated 4 more teams from playoff contention, and those 4 being eliminated were the Washington Commanders, the Atlanta Falcons, the New York Jets, and the Cleveland Browns. So now, so far, we have now eliminated 9 teams already. There's still 9 imposters remaining. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. We've already eliminated half of the possible teams that will be eliminated in a couple weeks. And we haven't even had one team clinch a playoff spot yet. But, of course, that will change this week, as there are some teams in position to clinch a playoff spot. So, anyway, with all that said, let's take a look at this week and see how it shakes out. So, let's go. First game, we have the Thursday night game. Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing in Tampa Bay. Buccaneers trying to keep pace at the top of the NFC South with Carolina. Falcons are eliminated already, so this game doesn't matter much to Atlanta except bragging rights. I'm taking Tampa Bay in this one, trying to keep pace with the Panthers. I think they will. Give me the Buccaneers at home in this one. Give me Tampa in this one. Now we get to our Sunday slate of games. First one, Cleveland Browns, Chicago Bears playing in Chicago. Bears trying to keep pace with Detroit in the wild card. And trying to keep pace with Green Bay for the lead for the NFC North supremacy. Cleveland already eliminated. Yeah, I got the Bears at home in this one. Give me Chicago at home in this one. Give me the Bears in that one. Now to our next game. Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals playing in Cincinnati. Of course, Cincinnati, they're eliminated from playoff contention with a loss. Baltimore, they're trying to keep pace with the Steelers for the lead in the AFC East. Yeah, I got the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens in this one. Just Cincinnati has been way too inconsistent this year, especially defensively. And the Ravens aren't going to forget about what happened on Thanksgiving a couple weeks ago. And I think the Ravens are going to be out for revenge in this one. Give me the Ravens on the road in this one. And sorry, Dashi, I think this is where Cincinnati's hopes at the playoffs hits the end of the line. Give me the Ravens on the road, and I think Cincinnati will be eliminated this week. Now to our next game. Los Angeles Chargers, Kansas City Chiefs playing in Kansas City. Of course, the Chiefs, they can be eliminated from playoff contention this week with either a loss plus a win from Buffalo, plus a win from Jacksonville, plus a win from either Houston or Indianapolis. They can also be eliminated with a loss plus a win from Buffalo, plus a win from Houston, and a win from Indianapolis as well. So yeah, that's crazy. That just shows you how much things can change in 1 year, especially when you look at the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs have represented the AFC in the Super Bowl the last 3 years. And now they're on the verge of possibly missing the playoffs for the first time since 2014. For this, in terms of do I think the Chiefs will be eliminated this week? No. I have the Chiefs winning this game against the Chargers. I think they split the season series. Plus, it's the Chargers. Anytime you expect them to do something positive, they always find a way to mess it up. And I think the Chargers are going to choke this game to the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs at home in this one. And I think the Chiefs will stave off elimination for at least another week. Now to our next game. Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots playing in Foxborough. Of course, playoff implications on the line in this game. As New England, they can clinch a playoff spot and the AFC East with a win. They can also clinch a playoff spot with losses from Houston and Indianapolis. This is going to be a hard game. 50-50 can go either way. Patriots have been an absolute beast so far. Buffalo is looking to play spoiler. This game could go a lot of different ways, but I think the Bills have been pretty inconsistent. I think the Patriots take advantage of that. I think the Patriots are going to sweep the season series over Buffalo. Give me the Patriots at home in this one. And I think New England will be the first team this year to punch their ticket to the playoffs. So give me the Patriots to win and to punch their ticket to the playoffs this year. And for our next game, it's a battle of two eliminated teams, which means it's an automatic tank bowl. So this tank bowl matchup will see the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants doing battle in MetLife, a site that has hosted plenty of tank bowls through the years. And it's a battle between two eliminated teams. Honestly, it's two teams already eliminated, so it doesn't really matter too much. It's just bragging rights. And to get better draft positioning. I'm going to take the Giants to win this one. I think the Giants and the Commanders split the season series. Honestly, this game's going to suck ass. Who cares? Give me the Giants at home in this one. Now to our next game. Las Vegas Raiders, Philadelphia Eagles playing in Philadelphia. I'm taking the Eagles at home in this one to get back on track against the Raiders. I know the Eagles have had some offensive issues the last couple of weeks, but come on, it's the garbage Raiders. There's no way the Eagles' offense can struggle against the Raiders, right? Right? But yeah, give me the Eagles at home in this one. I don't see Philly losing to Vegas. Next up, New York Jets, Jacksonville Jaguars playing in Jacksonville. Jags trying to keep pace in the AFC wildcard race and possibly in the race for the AFC South after what happened in Indianapolis with Daniel Jones. Jets already eliminated. Yeah, I got Jacksonville in this one. Give me the Jags at home to win this one to keep pace there. And the Jacksonville, they could possibly win the AFC South now, because now that division's wide open with Daniel Jones' injury. We'll get to that in a little bit. Next game, Arizona Cardinals, Houston Texans playing in Houston. Houston trying to keep pace in the AFC wildcard race, while Arizona's eliminated and playing for draft position. I'm taking the Texans at home in this one over Arizona. Give me Houston at home over the Cardinals. Now to our next game. Green Bay Packers, Denver Broncos playing in Denver at Mile High. The Broncos can clinch a playoff spot with a win in this game. They can also clinch a playoff spot this week with losses from Houston and Indianapolis. I'm taking the Broncos at home in this one over the Packers. Just Green Bay's been pretty inconsistent, has had some inconsistent moments this year, and I think Jordan Love is due for a bad game. So I'm gonna take the Broncos to win this one, and I think the Broncos will ride their way into the playoffs. So give me Denver to win and to clinch a spot in the playoffs this week. Now to our next game. Detroit Lions, Los Angeles Rams playing in Los Angeles. Another battle between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. And of course, the Rams, they can clinch a playoff spot in this game with a win. And for this game, my upset of the week, I'm taking the Detroit Lions on the road to beat the Rams. A lot of people are writing the Lions off for this game. A lot of people are down this team against the Rams. All I say is with how many times both teams have played each other, they know each other extremely well. I think the Lions are catching the Rams at a good time. Give me the Lions on the road to play spoiler and to prevent LA from locking up the playoff spot this week. Give me the Lions on the road for my upset of the week. All right, now to our next game. Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints played in New Orleans. Panthers trying to keep pace with the Tampa Bay in the NFC South. New Orleans already eliminated, play for draft position. Yeah, I got the Panthers in this one. Give me Carolina on the road in this one. And worst case scenario, Carolina could possibly also maybe be on the outside of a... No, actually, they can't really be on the outside of a wild card. They're too far back. I think Carolina's only way in is winning the South. But give me the Panthers on the road against the Saints. Next up, Tennessee Titans, San Francisco 49ers playing in Santa Clara. San Francisco trying to keep pace in the NFC wildcard race. Tennessee's already eliminated Yeah, this is a no contest. Give me San Francisco at home against the Titans. Give me the 49ers in that one. Next up, Indianapolis Colts, Seattle Seahawks playing in Seattle. Of course, Daniel Jones is out. And from the sounds of things, it looks like the starting QB is going to be 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. Yes, the old bastard is back in the saddle for Indy, as this will be Phillip Rivers' first game in 5 years. After Daniel Jones tore his Achilles, which ends his meme QB run. That sucks for Daniel Jones. He was having a pretty solid season, too. Sucks it ended that way. And the crazy thing is, that injury came at a very worst point at this point in the year. And now there's a outside possibility to where the Colts, after starting the year 7-1, they've getting banged up. A lot of their flaws have been exposed. And now there's a possibility the Colts don't even make the playoffs this year. Especially with how tough their schedule is to end the year. It's going to be an uphill climb for the Colts on the road. I think Phillip Rivers, he's better than what the Colts currently have at QB, because a lot of their QB room is banged up, and the only guy they have sucks. So I think the Colts will put up a fight, but I think Seattle's going to be too much to handle. I think too many things are going against Indy, and I think Seattle gets the Colts at a good time. Give me the Seahawks at home in this one over the Colts in this game. Now to our next game, the Sunday night game. Honestly, this game's gonna fucking suck. Minnesota Vikings, Dallas Cowboys playing in Dallas. Dallas trying to hold on to whatever playoff chances they have left. Minnesota, they can be eliminated from playoff contention with a loss, or they can be eliminated with a win from either Detroit or Chicago this week. And I'll be honest, I think it's most likely the Vikings are going to be eliminated before this game even happens. Because I think Chicago's going to beat Cleveland, and that will eliminate Minnesota well before this game starts. Yeah, honestly, this just shows how, not only with Kansas City struggles, look at Minnesota, too. Honestly, that's another example of how much 1 year can change 1 year, how much a difference 1 year makes. Because a year ago, the Vikings won 14 games. They were the first team in NFL history to win 14 games and not win their division. And, yeah, went toe-to-toe with Detroit all year. And 1 year later, Minnesota is possibly on the verge of missing the playoffs entirely. And honestly, why is this game the Sunday night game? Why did this not get flexed out? Honestly, there are at least 2 or 3. There's, 2 better matchups I would rather have preferred over this. You could have had Green Bay, Denver for this matchup. You could have had Detroit, LA for this matchup for Sunday Night Football. There were better choices than this garbage. But then again, it's because it's the Cowboys, and the NFL has to shove the Cowboys down everybody's throats with 7 to 8 primetime games a year. But yeah, honestly, I got Dallas winning this one. Just Minnesota has just been very inconsistent all year. Give me the Cowboys at home, and I think the Vikings will be eliminated from playoff contention after this week. And now to the Monday night game. Miami Dolphins, Pittsburgh Steelers playing in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh trying to keep pace at the top of the AFC North with Baltimore. Miami, they can be eliminated from playoff contention this week with a loss plus a win from Buffalo and a win from either Houston or Indianapolis. They can also be eliminated with a loss plus wins from Houston and Indianapolis. Yeah, I got the Steelers winning this one. It's going to be a cold weather game on Monday night and Tua struggles in cold weather games outside of last week when he won in New York against the Jets. This week, the Dolphins won't be as lucky. I have the Steelers winning this game at home, but I don't think there will be enough that happens to eliminate Miami. So I think even though the Dolphins lose, I think the Miami will still somehow stave off elimination and live for another week. But anyway, those are my NFL Week 15 picks for this week. So in terms of playoff spots, I think New England and Denver clinch playoff spots this week. In terms of eliminations, I think Minnesota and Cincinnati will be eliminated this week. But I think Miami and Kansas City will stave off elimination and live for another week. But yeah, those are my picks for this week. And of course, while some teams will most likely be punching their ticket to the dance this week, everybody else, your goal is simply don't get eliminated. See you later. I'm out.